Barcelonistas, I hope you are as excited as I am for this 2025 road to Munich, for this 2025 Champions League. I said it first. You heard it here first. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have content for days. I am going to be uploading a lot. If you like, YouTube content, so you like Barcelona, in the comments, I want you to go say Barcelona is going to Munich, because this Barcelona is going to go to the final. We are going to play against Liverpool and we are going to beat them down. And I said it first, and I am going to show you the bracket. We got a huge, huge break. Barcelona will face on March 4th Benfica. We are going to Lisboa yet again, the place where we score 5 goals. We beat them 5-4 in a dramatic fashion, where people were saying that there was a penalty not given, and then Rafinha with that counter attack, deadly counter attack, I should say, and he scores a banger. He scores an amazing goal by leaving people, on the ground. And hey, it was a weird game. It was a game of 9 goals. It's not going to be the same, but it seems like it was just yesterday. And here we go, in Lisboa bound again, and we are going to close it out at home. I do expect to have the best team for Barcelona, which means Íñigo Martínez, Cubarsi, and let's remember, Íñigo Martínez was not available for this game, which is one of the reasons why Barcelona was not great on defense. Araujo was in the place of Íñigo Martínez. With Íñigo Martínez understanding that high line to perfection, I don't think they're going to have their way with Barcelona. And Barcelona, hey, it's just a tough. It's just too much. It's too overwhelming. It's too much firepower for Benfica, who barely was be able to barely pass through Monaco. And I wanted Monaco because we're on a revenge tour, and Monaco beat us on the first game of the Champions League, and I wanted revenge. But hey, Benfica it is, and let's get it done. I don't expect them to have their way with our defense anymore. I think this is as far as they get. Barcelona goes to the quarterfinals. But hey, look at this, guys. Let me show you, because now we have Bayer. We have Borussia Dortmund and Lille. And like I said, I think to me, Borussia Dortmund, go look it up in my last video. I made a video of the top tiers in this Champions League, and I have Borussia Dortmund being a pretender team, and Lille being a surprise team. If we combine those two things, that leads me to believe that I give 80% to Lille to go through Borussia Dortmund. I don't think Borussia Dortmund has not been consistent, their defense, and I love Lille's defense. And I think we are going to face Lille in the quarterfinals. And then we have Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. We have matchups between Germans, and we have matchups between Madridistas. So we can see Bayern and Bayern. Xavi Alonso has not lost ever since he arrived, guys. Ever since he arrived, he has not lost to Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich are on a little bit of a pickle here. I don't expect them to advance this round. I give them about a 30% chance. I give 70% chance to Leverkusen, who are more consistent, who are better team, who are all around. They're so much better than Bayern Munich, who, by the way, they struggle so much. They struggle so much to beat Celtic, and Celtic is not it's not that great of a team. So guess what? Now Feyenoord and Inter. I expect Inter Milan to advance. I expect them to go through Feyenoord. Feyenoord should be lucky to be here. Should be proud to be here. They beat Bayern Munich 3-0. They eliminated Milan. Now they have to beat yet another Italian team, the top of the Serie A this time around, and I don't think they have enough to beat Inter, that only has allowed 1 goal to Bayer Leverkusen. And I think Feyenoord does not have the firepower to beat that defense. That's ultimately going to be the difference maker in this round. So that gives me Bayern Munich on this side, gives me Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Lille. Of course, Barcelona. Let's just go through the whole side. Barcelona is going to beat Lille. This is as far as they get as for a surprise team. This is as far as they'll go. They beat Real Madrid, but they don't have enough to beat Barcelona because they don't have the kind of firepower. Barcelona is going to score on them, and they're going to have to keep up, and they're just not going to be able to do that. As far as Inter Milan and Bayern Munich, it's going to be a great matchup. I'm sorry, Bayer Leverkusen. Xavi Alonso against Inzaghi. I give Inter Milan the edge on this game. They, like I said, defense travels, guys. Defense just shows up time and time and time and time again, much more than your offense will. And I do expect to have a Inter Milan Barcelona in the semifinals, and this is as far as they get because Barcelona is the best team in the world and best team in Europe. And hey, we are going to the final. Barcelona beats Milan 3-1, and it's not going to be as close as people will think because Inter Milan, even though they have a great defense, they don't have the kind of offense to keep up with Barcelona. And now let's take a look at the other side. And this is where I have some crazy little bit of a hot take on the UEFA Champions League. And I would have said the same thing if Barcelona was to draw PSG. So they were first in the whole entire table, and they get to draw PSG when there's easier teams like Borussia Dortmund, like Feyenoord, like PSV, and Club Brugge, and they have to face. So that means that Liverpool should have qualified in the same position as Aston Villa to be able to have a easier team. So this is my only thing that I don't like. These UEFA and their drawings, they love doing drawings, and it's just like the Copa del Rey, man. I don't know what's up with all these drawings, and they just want to televise this kind of stuff. Why don't they just put it like on strength of schedule? Whoever's the toughest to the easiest, and the toughest team should always face the easiest until there's only two people left, two teams left, and well, now they get to face a hot PSG with Dembele, who is playing as a world best player, like a Ballon d'Or type of player. He's been scoring a lot of goals lately, and they get to face Barcola, who is really fast. Liverpool should be able to still handle PSG with Mo Salah playing like a Ballon d'Or type of player as well. Luis Diaz with a great defense like Van Dijk and Alexander Arnold. They just have a very very great team. This is Liverpool. It's as tough as it gets. It's this one reason why I have them as number one. If I had to do yesterday's video all over again, I would leave Barcelona as number one because of strength of schedule, and Liverpool has to face Aston Villa in the next round, which I expect them to advance in the quarterfinals and get to the semifinals. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That brings me to the Derby Madridista and Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid. This is going to be a tough game for both teams. I still expect Real Madrid to be able to advance. Real Madrid has the best players in the world. Mbappe playing as a world best player, as a Ballon d'Or type of season as well. So this Ballon d'Or is going to have a lot to do with whoever makes it to the final and can win it, because there's no international games that are important right now. So it's just gonna be a just a bloodbath of all these great amazing players fighting for this Ballon d'Or and fighting for this Champions League. I do expect Real Madrid, like I said, with Vinicius Junior, Mbappe and Rodrigo and Jude Bellingham's of the world to be able to advance. Remember, no Jude Bellingham for the first game, so Simeone is a tough coach as well, tough manager on a two-legger. Simeone will have chances, they will create chances, and they have a huge opportunity to make a statement in the first leg and be able to take advantage of no Jude Bellingham on the first game. This is why I give Atletico Madrid 40% chance of going to the next round, 60% chance for Real Madrid. This brings me to Arsenal and PSB. PSB has been great. They should be proud. They beat Juventus, but Arsenal is just on another level and just a much better all-around team. Very balanced with defense, mid, and offense. And PSV is going to have a chance. I give him 30%, but I give 70% to Arsenal. Brings me to Real Madrid and Arsenal. I give Arsenal a realistic chance of beating Real Madrid, who it's kind of off and on all season, but they know how to turn it up in this Champions League. I do see Real Madrid actually beating Arsenal. I give Real Madrid about a 55% chance. Arsenal 45. Brings me to a semifinals. Liverpool, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Barcelona in the final, and Liverpool finally getting over the hump over Real Madrid. And this season is just too much for Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a great team, but they feast on a lot of teams that get nervous, and Liverpool is not one of them. Liverpool's already beat them this season 2-0, and they did not even play their best game. They could have scored 3 to 4 goals on Real Madrid, kind of walking. It's just like a walk in the park, just kind of going away. I do see Liverpool, Barcelona in the final. And ladies and gentlemen, it brings me to Barcelona facing Liverpool in Munich, and Barcelona actually lifting the Champions League trophy and getting this W against Liverpool. Barcelona will win this game 2-1. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Visca el Barça. And as always, please, I'm trying to grow this channel. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe and if you say hi. If you say hi in the comments, say whatever you want, say whatever you disagree. And hey, I'll catch you all in the next one. I don't remember being this excited about a Champions League, and this is all thanks to Hansi Flick and this Barcelona side. Let's get this Champions League. You heard it here first. Barcelona will win this 2025 Champions League.